Welcome to the weekly Positive Food for Thought series. I'm your host, Kim McIntyre, and in addition to my expertise in stress relief, I've also been teaching people how to laugh more and crack themselves up since 2001. Today we're going to talk about how to give yourself permission for humor and for laughter in the middle of a very scary, stressful, difficult world situation. So we'll look at 3 reasons why giving yourself that permission is important, and also give you some ideas on how to go about bringing more humor into your life in the midst of everything that's going on in the world. As always, with this weekly series, we'll end with a stress-relieving, guided relaxation, and setting a positive intention for the week ahead. So I invite you to watch this video all the way through and soak it all up. If you like what you hear and you haven't yet subscribed to the Joyful Being channel, you'll find that subscribe tab right underneath the video. And when you click on it or tap on it, also a bell icon will show up, and that lets you set your notification preferences. So if you'd really like to get a weekly dose of positivity and uplifting food for thought, you can let YouTube know that you'd like to be notified when the new videos come out. As I am filming this video, we are right in the middle of a global COVID-19 pandemic, and it's a very difficult time in so many different ways. I mean, the most basic way is there are people dying, and there are people grieving for people that they've lost. There are people who are sick or facing financial hardships and difficulties, so their livelihoods going away. And there's all kinds of anxiety and fear all around. And so it may not feel okay to have a sense of humor, to laugh, because things are so very, very serious. But if you think about it, even at a funeral or a memorial service, amidst the grief, there is also usually laughter. And that's because it's just part of who we are as human beings. And laughter is really good for the soul. And we all need things that are good for us right now. So I will talk more in a little bit about some perspectives that can help you to give yourself that permission. But just know that it is important for your well-being as a human on this planet. Now, normally, towards the beginning of the Positive Food for Thought videos, I share some sort of positive quote or read an uplifting passage of some kind. And so since our topic today is humor, what I've chosen to share with you is some humor that I've found on the internet about the outbreak, about what we're all going through. So I'm going to read them to you. The first one it came from a Twitter post by, I'm going to try to pronounce her name, Brigid Delaney. And she says, "In an unsettling reversal of my teenage years, I am now yelling at my parents for going out." The second one I wanted to share with you, it's kind of specific to Floridians, but you will probably get it. And if you live in an area of the country where a certain time of year you're accustomed to seeing the track of a hurricane path regularly on your local news, then you'll know what I'm talking about. So it was a post I saw on Facebook, and it said, "Let's put this in layman's terms so Floridians could understand." And then above the photo it says, "The only way Florida will take anything serious." And it's this picture of a Category 5 hurricane coming towards the state of Florida. And right in the center of the hurricane is the outline of the COVID-19 virus, like the little molecule of it with the little things coming up that we see so much of on the news. So I think maybe you need to be a Floridian to appreciate that, because I'm from Florida and we get it. But we do need to take it seriously. But that's a funny way of saying that. And then perhaps my favorite is one I found where there's a picture of a human being wearing one of those cones like they give your pets at the vet so they don't scratch their face. And the dog is looking at the human in the cone and saying, "It's for your own good. You have to stop touching your face." Now, I promised you 3 reasons why you should give yourself permission to have humor and laughter. And these 3 reasons may help you frame this in such a way that you can give yourself permission for it. So the number 1 reason is that laughter and humor are great stress relievers. And stress is not very good for your immune system. So we want to keep our immune system strong. So laughter and humor can give us a break from the stress. So that's very, very important. The second is that laughter builds connections with other people. A lot of us are feeling kind of isolated, away from other people. And so reaching out by phone or by Zoom call or FaceTime or anything like that, and finding ways to make each other laugh, or even just having conversations, laughter naturally happens. There was studies done in laughter that showed you are 30 times more likely to laugh when you're with other people than when you're by yourself. So reaching out, making somebody else's day, making them laugh will also make you laugh, and it just feels good. It builds connections between people. And if you are shut in a house with a lot of people, making each other laugh can lighten the situation more as well. And so the third reason is, like I mentioned earlier, it's really good for your soul. It's good for your well-being. It can lift your spirits. It's easy to watch what's going on in the news and to start feeling fearful or sad or start feeling down. And going about your day-to-day life, it's okay to lift your own spirits. And it helps you to be able to serve others better if you're taking care of yourself. So just keep that in mind as well. So how do you go about doing it? I mean, things are really hard in the world right now. How do you find that humor for yourself? If you are watching any kind of entertainment or enjoying any kind of entertainment, you have a choice on what kind of entertainment you engage in. So you could watch old sitcoms instead of watching a show that gets you all tense and anxious. We have enough tension and anxiety going on, right? So we could choose to watch old sitcoms. Maybe there's a sitcom that you've never actually had the time to see, and you could start binging it from the beginning and watch it all the way through. Or if you're reading books, maybe you could choose more lighthearted things to read, like maybe a biography of a comedian or something like that. Or you could look online. There are places like there are Facebook groups that are just about humor and laughter. So you can just skim the posts and look for humorous things that way. So those are just a few ideas. And again, like I mentioned, like you can look for ways to make other people laugh. If you broaden it as a service to other people in your mind, then you can stay open to finding more humor. And really it's a matter of focusing, that if you're looking for that focus, you can more easily find it. Where if it's not on your radar at all, you probably won't. So it's just having a willingness to look for humor and laughter around you. My apologies if you hear a background hum. For some reason, my neighbors always decide to mow their lawn when I'm filming YouTube videos. So my apologies. You probably can't hear it. Probably just I can. It happened during last week's video as well. So one more idea to give you. I do have a laughter playlist here on the Joyful Being YouTube channel that you can check out. That's about how to generate laughter and crack yourself up when you don't feel like laughing. I mean, you can do it when you feel like laughing as well, but it's especially helpful to get that laughter benefit, that stress relieving benefit, at a time when laughter may not be so easy for you. So check out that playlist on the Joyful Being channel. And I think there's like a place where you can just tap and it says playlist, and it'll list the playlists that I have that are available for you. Okay, so now it's time for our guided relaxation. So just get yourself seated comfortably. I invite you to close your eyes if you want to. You don't have to. You can keep them open if you want. But what we're going to do just at the beginning is just slow down our breathing and deepen the breath. So taking nice deep inhales where you maybe feel the belly expanding outward a little bit as you inhale, and feel it moving inward as you exhale. Nice belly breath. Inhaling, expanding, and exhaling, letting go. And as you're continuing to slow down the breath, deepen the breath, just being aware of your body and allowing all the muscles in your body to just relax and let go. Relaxing more and more with each breath. And if it helps you for slowing down the breath, you could count to the count of 5 or the count of 6 on the inhale, and then again the same amount on the exhale. Just really slowing the breath down, nice and deep and slow. And just notice how that feels as you're breathing, as you're relaxing. And if there are parts of your body that you know that you tend to hold tension, just bring your focus there for a moment and just invite those muscles to relax even more as you continue to breathe. Good. And now, in your imagination, just imagine yourself laughing or finding humor in different ways in your life. So maybe imagining yourself following through on some of the suggestions that I gave in this video. Laughing with other people over the phone. Or through FaceTime, or finding humor or choosing lighthearted entertainment. Maybe even setting up a Zoom call with friends or family to play games. Just imagine with your creative mind different ways you can bring humor and laughter and connection into your life right now. Feeling yourself staying open to new ideas. And now choose one thing that you're going to follow through with this week and take some action on. So choose that one activity that will bring more laughter, more human connection, more humor into your life. Choose one and just set your intention to follow through with it. If not in the next 24 hours, then definitely in the next week sometime. Good. Now just take a deep breath in and exhale gently. Open your eyes and welcome back. So I invite you to follow through on the suggestions in this video and to find that permission for yourself to have a little humor, a little laughter, especially if you're well and things are okay, you're just having to stay home, then you can be grateful for that as well. And I hope that you stay well, take good care of yourself, and I will be back here again next week with another positive food for thought video. And I just send you a virtual laugh, a virtual high five, a virtual hug, a virtual something that is soothing and wonderful.